sociolinguistic. Next. First, what is sociolinguistic? Sociolinguistic is the study of variation in languages. Next. First up, let's talk about vernacular and standard languages. Vernacular languages are informal varieties used in daily conversations, including regional dialect, slang, and colloquialism. For example, in the southern US, you all is used instead of you all. Standard languages are formalized versions used in education, media, and government following strict grammar, spelling, and vocabulary rules for clear, uniform communication. The English taught in schools and used in official document follows the standardized rules. Next. Language is tied to identity and varies by gender, age, and ethnicity. Let's start with gender. Women often use more polite forms and express uncertainty, while men use more assertive language, reflecting societal expectation of masculinity and femininity. And for age, language evolves with each generation, with young people creating and popularizing new slang such as lit or selfie that older generation might find unfamiliar. Then for ethnicity, different ethnic communities maintain unique linguistic traditions. For instance, African American vernacular English has distinct grammar and vocabulary reflecting the cultural history and identity of its speakers. Next. First, language choice. In multilingual communities, people choose language based on context. For example, one language might be used at home and another at work or school. And next, language maintenance. Preserving a language within a community involves teaching it to younger generation, creating educational programs, and promoting cultural activities. And then language changes. This evolves over time due to the social, cultural, and environmental influences, leading to new words, grammar change, and pronunciation shift. For example, modern English is quite different from English spoken centuries ago. Okay, next, Amira.
Okay, thank you, Fadia. Next slide. Have you ever noticed how you speak differently at work compared when you are hanging out with friends? That's all about style, context, and register. For example, at a job interview, you might say, "Good afternoon, it's a pleasure to meet you." But with friends, you might just say, "Hey, what's up?" The context and register of our speech change depending on the situation. In formal setting like a business meeting, we use more professional tone. In casual setting, we relax our language and jokes with our friends. Speech functions are the goals we have when we communicate, like informing, persuading, or requesting. These are shaped by cultural norms, politeness, and stereotypes. Next, linguistic relativity is known as how language shapes how the way we think. For example, some languages have many words for snow. Each have different interpretation. Language also reflects a culture. For example, in Japan, people bow, while in many Western cultures, a handshake is common. These practices reflect the cultural value of that country. Ethnography of communication looks at how people use language in their daily life with specific cultural group. It helps us to understand social norms and value how we speak with others. Next. People often have negative and positive feeling about different language and dialect. This is called language attitude. For example, someone might think a British accent sounds more intelligent. Sociolinguistic competence is known to how use language appropriately in social context. For example, you know when to be formal and when to be casual. Education plays a crucial role in this. Bilingual education, for instance, it helps preserve minority language and promote multilingualism. Next, discourse analysis is all about understanding how language is used in conversation and how we construct meaning through our work. For example, a political speech might use certain phrases to inspire or persuade an audience. Sociolinguistic universal are patterns found across all language and culture. Knowing this universal helps us understand the fundamental aspect of human communication. Next. That is a wrap on our exploration of sociolinguistic. Language is a powerful tool that reflects our identity, culture, and society. See you next time!